Hey everybody, just a quick announcement before we start here. The first episode of the Sojourn Season 2 Volume 2, that being Season 2 Episode 4, To Pray for Tempests, is now available on Patreon as of yesterday, and it is an episode that features quite prominently this ship, the Leander Class Destroyer Sloop that you're about to hear about in this breakdown. If that takes your interest, you can go ahead and follow the link in the description to get that episode on Patreon, and you'll also be able to check out episodes 5 and 6 this coming Saturday and the Saturday after, and you can even go over to our Discord to join in the private Patreon listening parties for when they are released. And if Patreon doesn't take your fancy, you can wait until June 28th when the entire volume will be available on various audio storefronts like Google Books, Spotify, Apple Books, Nebula, and more. And you can also now purchase it directly over our website or rent it, which is a good way to bypass geo-locking, which is a problem for a lot of people for various DRM platforms. If any of that takes your interest, please do check it out at the link below, and in the meantime, do enjoy this ship breakdown.
During the Frontier War, the Centran Defense Force found itself blindsided by the effective use of Union outriders as fast attack craft. While improved discipline and new counter-tactics improved its performance against the Union militia, the CDF Admiralty found themselves wanting for their own outrider-style vessel. Because the design specifications did not fit within the norms of CDF-type ratings, the program went on without a defined role for most of its duration. Eventually, it received the temporary classification of Destroyer Sloop, from its role as a counter to Union outriders and its overall size being within the range of a sloop. This temporary scheme would not be changed even after the ship went into production, and so in 297 PCU, the CDF would commission 6 new Leander Class Destroyer Sloops. At only 142 meters in length and 36.2 meters in width, the Leander boasts an extremely efficient, lean frame. It is not meaningfully better armed than its contemporary Andalay-class brig, featuring the same 4 single-barreled 10-inch bodkin-lock turrets and 2 rapid-cycling torpedo tubes. However, this armament is substantially more effective in battle thanks to the dedicated gun crews and significantly larger magazines. Its point defense grid is also larger, equivalent to that of the Protectress-class corvette, featuring 8 6.3-inch swivel guns. It is set apart from other sloops by its 4 Propulsive Dynamics G26S DFTR engines, which far surpass all contemporary models in service with the CDF, giving the Leander unparalleled straight-line acceleration. This raw power, combined with the revolutionary magnetic plume actuation and variation system, or MPAVs, enables extreme maneuvering during battle. MPAVs uses active magnetic nozzle shaping to literally curve the vessel's drive plumes away from the hull along a desired angle, creating complex thrust vectoring for extreme maneuverability. One of several such unorthodox drive arrangements being tested by KDFY at the time, with another eventually materializing as the vector engines on the Huntress-class ambush corvette. Ships of the Leander class are unmatched in maneuverability except by experimental and testbed designs. Combining the forces afforded by engine power and MPAVs with robust, state-of-the-art inertial dampeners, the Leander can engage in extreme high-G maneuvers, far exceeding standard crew limits on any other ship. In practice, the vessel is able to control the engagement with any target, effectively dancing around the enemy while inflicting withering damage with its long-range bodkin lock guns. Traditional CDF designs for this weight range call for light armor and moderate power output, as seen on the Protectress-class corvette. The Leander class pushes this to the furthest extent possible. The hull is sloped such that glancing hits can be deflected, allowing for mass savings with lighter hull armor. These savings, combined with high power output, mean the Leander is extremely effective in stern chases, able to easily run down retreating hostiles, or quickly withdraw to safety when conditions become unfavorable. The high power output, however, comes with its own drawbacks, including a propensity for running hot and extreme fuel consumption. The announcement of the Leander's development stoked great excitement among the captains of the Navy list. It was highly unusual for the CDF to willingly embrace such a change in doctrine as inspired by the performance of an enemy, and the ship itself was quickly showing signs of being a potent and deadly craft, the perfect vessel for a fighting captain to secure numerous prizes of war. Despite the ship technically only requiring a master and commander in command, jockeying for the precious few assignments as commander of one of the first 6 Leanders was almost entirely dominated by influential post-captains willing to command a sloop for the obvious chance of promotion and prize money it represented. And with the ships inevitably destined for the most important remaining actions of the war, it was critical to the war effort that they go to only the most competent commanders. Because of the highly contested assignments of these desirable ships, nearly every appointment was controversial to some interested party. However, none were more widely condemned than the assignment of the lead ship, the CSV Leander, to Fleet Admiral Darius Farron's daughter, who had been prematurely promoted to post-captain specifically for this assignment. Despite the accepted histories, there are some controversial records that suggest these events served to drive a wedge between Admiral Farron and his legendary protégé, Ariana Hawker, who saw this decision as a shameless reneging by Darius on the steadfast opposition to nepotism in the CDF that he had relentlessly espoused up to this point. Though expensive to produce, the Leander class has proven itself to be a reliable and extremely effective vessel in both times of conflict and in peace. Even under famine conditions, the CDF has continued to launch a small few new ships of the class, both to keep up the shipbuilding skills base of KDFY, but also for their proficiency in anti-piracy and peacekeeping operations across Tantalus. Still the newest full-production warship design, these vessels remain very much in the early days of their careers and are expected to continue their service for many years to come.